ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। Hello everyone. Today we are working on a BIGTREETECH Eddy, BIGTREETECH Eddy version USB. We are unboxing it first, then we'll look into. This is a USB wire. One side is USB, one side is goes to a Eddy. It's pretty much long, I think it's a 2 meter maybe. There is a Eddy. They give a gift here, like a ducky, and some zip ties and some screws for a Eddy. Okay, two different sizes screws. Mounting purpose, and get some sticker, BQ clipper, and some faces for the Eddy if you want to make it like a funky. And this is a thank you card from BIGTREETECH. So this is the device we are working today. It's pretty much small. So this USB one, you can do a Z-homing, bed mesh, but the main reason is this is doing like a large amount bed mesh in like a few seconds. So it's actually scanning a bed. Here is the user manual. So we following. They give all the documentation here. So the dimensioning here. Okay, boot button location. This is the installation height, something for a different printers, for different motherboards, or CAN bus. This is a USB version. This is not working with the this CAN bus board. So you need a coil, Eddy coil for a CAN bus board. So here's a firmware flash. You need to flash this USB one. It has its own microchip. You need to compile a firmware for it. We're doing later in video. So here's a method here: compiling stuff, flashing. There's a two-way to flash it via USB, via computer, and or maybe flash it via clipper or SSH terminal. And the templates for links there. Like you can use it for a bed mesh only. You can use it for all the purpose, homing purpose. Everything is mentioned there. You can use this like a Z end stops configurations. So the calibration stuff is there. Mapping Z height, bed mesh, probe calibration, bed mesh calibration, temperature, and this Eddy also has a temperature sensor. So it's give you a more precise, accurate bed mesh. So the temperature is given by here. Temperature calibration, offsets, calibration, bed mesh again, scanner height, rapid continuous scanning. So this is the like a feature. So no need to probing again and again like other probes do. So it's continuously scanned. And this is on frequently asked questions here. So it's with some kind of Konami macro stuff. So this is the 28-page user manual. So let's jump into it. I'm going to try it on this printer. So it's a strain gauge probe printer. So let's see what the result we get it. So basically I mount it on this side. So hope we get a better result. I'm measuring Z height, 1 mm. It's a scale, like thickness is also 1 mm. So I design a mount there and mounted. So this is a Z height. So I'm measuring stuff and design a mount. Now I'm going to flash Eddy with the Clipper firmware. So now I'm going to a PC and SSH terminal. Now I am on PC and starting to compile firmware. So it's all up to you if you want to up to date your all these stuff. Okay, your host and your Clipper firmware and your Moonraker. If you want to start with the latest, so that is up to you. Otherwise, you can do it. So no specific thing is mentioned there. Only I mentioned it like you need to check your Python repository. It should be a Python 3. And here's a give you a method. So sign in your terminal SSH. Then we continue. Okay, now open my SSH sign in. So side by side. So it's up to you. Just copy and paste stuff or type. So I must on Clipper directory, paste it, check it. So it said it's on master. Then make menu config. And it's open it. Now it shows this. Uh, you can do it side by side. Use the RPI 2040. Bootloader is no bootloader. Flash chip is that same W2. Okay, so it's a said USB. It showed here a USB serial, so it should be a same USB. So it's done. Okay, so after that you need to press a Q on keyboard and press Y. So now it start. Sorry, it saved the config. Now they said enter make to compile a firmware. So yeah, you can enter a make, or if you want to clean your old build, so you can type a make clean. So it's your clean old build. So now you can press make. So it start making compiling us your firmware compile is done. And now you can like use it uh, directly your SSH to flash it. There's a two options there. So choose according that how you want to like update your stuff. So you can use flash it with the USB with the PC. For that you need to go into a Clipper in out, and you need to download this file. So that file is here. So it's clipper.uf2. Okay, you can click it, download it where you want to download it. Wait for download. It's confirmed here. So then you can attach your Eddy to the computer. After downloading a file, place it where you want to place it, and then you need to uh, push this button and attach USB to your computer. Then it showed the this window, and then just copy and paste firmware there and restart your Eddy, and it's flashed with the firmware. So here is a small button. You can push it with the tweezer or anything what you the things, you can push it and attach it USB to the computer. I attach a wire, I push this button and connect this USB to the computer. You can see, so light is up now and this window is open. It showed RPI RP2E, so everything is there. Now you need to copy this and paste here and just reboot your, and it's flashed. I disconnect, connect it again with the push the button, so the file is not there, it means it's flashed. And second option is if you want to flash it with your Pi via DFU mode. So we also I try to show you. For this again you need to press this small button and attach this USB to your Pi for a communication in the DFU mode. I connect this and press this button, connect to the USB. Now go to the computer. Now you need to go into your PC and you need to type LSUSB and press enter. It shows you a RPI boot that is you need. Okay, then you need to go into a clipper directory if you are not already in. Okay, then you need to copy and paste this here. Make sure your everything is matched here. Your this ID need to be a same. If it's not same, okay, delete this ID and type your ID. So after that press enter, enter a password. So it's flash, it's rebooting. Now you need to find a ID, press enter. It shows there. So this one is my motherboard ID, this one is RPI ID. Okay, so Eddy, it's ID for Eddy. Now next part is a config part. You need to copy this and paste into your config file, printer.config file. Eddy shows serial ID. So copy, save this on notepad or somewhere else. And now flashing part is done. Next part is a printer.config. Here is give some links like a Eddy GitHub page. More data is there. Like they said, if you want to using Eddy Pro, but it's another device as a Z and stop, use this. This method is for a no homing. If you like include the homing stuff, then use this. Like there's a three different stuff. Okay, go through and check, and what you want to do it, then select which one. Only for a probing, only for a homing, okay, and only for a bed mesh. So you need to choose it, or if you want to do all at once, then you can do all. Okay, before continue to next step, I suggest download your current config file, save it. Okay, so if any like a something not working or something then you can revert it to your default stuff. So keep safe your printer.config that running now. I'm going to try a all-in-one method for a homing and Z offset. So what you need to do, copy this all this stuff and put into your printer.config file. Copy from here, go printer.config file, and you need to paste it there. And all the stuff is here. So whatever, wherever you want to paste it, I paste that into the probe stuff. Probe section, I paste here. And now you need to modify some stuff. Okay, first, what is your Eddy serial number? You need this one. Copy from here and paste it here. I mount the Eddy on the printer. Now you need to measure it from a nozzle to offset from center of the Eddy. So from a like a X and Y, usually you do. I mount this from a 1 mm Z offset. Put that value into the config file. Now I'm going to add a value here. So 1 for this. My X is 49.20 in the negative value, and my Y is 4.50, its positive value. So that thing is okay. Now need to be a Z offset and bed mesh. Okay, look at what the value you have there. So my bed mesh is here, Z safe value is here. So I check the value and add it there. My safe homing is 155 1 by 155, and this is my bed mesh 30 32 82 87 into bicubic. So okay, so stuff is there. So add your data carefully. What you have, I have a z tilt, so I keep it, and then I change all the values and delete the old values. I add values, what I measure it, z, x, y offsets, all the homing and c safe homing, all the data, and try to save and restart. Let's see if we get any error. Okay, they said okay, this line we need to uncomment that line for now. Okay, so MCU Eddy showed here, and also show a temperature. So Eddy is here. Before go further doing stuff, I suggest, so if you have a spare PEA sheet, so damaged one or that one you not using, so you use that for a first time. so it save your uh, working good PEI sheet, so it's not scratched and not damaged. So that like save you from damaging your stuff. So I have an extra PA sheet that is I'm not using, that is old and damaged, so I use that for a test purpose. I add the values there, didn't get any error. So they said end stop config. Okay, so the thing is like end stop probe, so that is already there. And we are going to next step. So now it's a calibration. So it said with the firmware calibration approximate 20. So my Eddy is like on a 20 mm above to bed. So we copy this command and paste it here and press enter. Yeah, it said okay. So save the config. Now mapping and reading a nozzle height. Copy this command, paste here, send it. Okay, it's give me some error. So missing chip. So let me check it, then I'm come back. I check it and I talk to BQ. So that's why I get that error when I copy this command and paste it here. So it should be splitted. So your command is need to be a inline, it's one line. Okay, if you carefully, your command is on one single line. If you split it, like it's if it's going down, so it's not working. Like when you send it, then it's working. So make sure your command is in one line. You can use a paper, or I'm going to use a filler gauge 0.1. So like for resistance check, you just need to drop it down by a small steps, then check the friction there, and I'm going to check it, then show it there. Okay, I drop down, check the friction, so I feel it's okay, then hit accept. It's automatic, it's doing a repeatability test. Testing is complete and it's going up, then give you a values there and hit save and config. After auto calibration, they said skip to a bed mesh if you are using a config, not using a configuration template. So you follow the mapping step. It should be a manual one. So the value, so we already have a value here. So what we need to do, just skip this one and going to there. Okay, if you are using a Z tilt, then use this one. If you are a quad gantry, then use this one. I have a Z tilt, so I using a Z tilt. Oh, first need to homing. Okay, result is this one. Now we are doing a Z tilt. Oh, I think I need to change a value there. You need to double check these values. So I have a strain gauge nozzle, so I need to add a value there, nozzle to the offset to the probe. So you need to check it first, then add a value, then your probe is homing. Oh, Z tilt. I check the value probe on the bed, and my last value is a nozzle going to a 310. So I add the values there and save and restart. Homing is done, and now Z tilt. When you okay, let it done. I try it like point 0.001. So it gives me like a nearest is a 0.005464. It's like give you a 0.005 or 6 maybe closest, and I'm not able to get it a 0.001. So I think if 0.01, it should be a okay. So this is a Z tilt result. I try 0.01, so now it's give me a 0.008380. So this Z tilt is done. So on the next step now. Next step is bed mesh calibration method scan rapid. Make sure when you are copy paste a command, then it should be in single line, so it's not give you any error. So line when I copy it, so it's separated. So you need to click here. Okay, it's give me error move out of range. Okay, so my total value is a 310. I need to change that value again. My x value is a 310 max, so I minus from 310 to a probe value, so it's there. I change my x value. Let's see. Homing again and Z tilt. It's give me a Z tilt value in a first probing. So now I'm checking a bed mesh rapid scan again. Okay, it's give me some. Why it's doing this, I don't know. Okay, it's something weird. Show me in this value. I need to check it why it's giving me that weird sound. I do homing again and Z tilt and then homing again. Now I'm going to use that pad mesh command again. Let's see. This time it's not giving me any error. It's not rapidly scanned. It's do something step by step. Wow, I'm quite impressed. Oh my god. It gives me this result. So it's doing a pretty much fast, but yeah, I get the 9 into 9 in probing in the seconds, and this is the this bed mesh equals to my strain gauge. It's taking a too much time, but this one is quite fast. After this I'm going to check 100 points. Yeah. After this, next step is temperature. So homing all and copy these commands. After homing, send your nozzle into the middle of the bed and send that G0 Z0 sorry Z5 command. So it's on the position now. Next, going to this command, ideal timeout. Then we need to pick the another command. Okay, so make sure your command it's inline, it's like a single line, it's not be a splitted. Before sending that command, make sure you read this stuff carefully. So it like your eddy temperature target is eddy is like a 56. If you enclose, then you make it higher. UI gives you a paper test again, then set bed to a maximum, nozzle to 220. If you have air conditioning, turn it off, windows open. Okay, so shut it you down your windows and not the computer window. Eddy will actually perform you ask every time like a 4 degree each, so it gives you some stuff. So read this stuff and it's a repeatability test, and after following the additional commands. So make sure read this carefully and then send that command. After carefully read all this stuff, send the command. So now go to next paper test. I am checking with the filler gauge, so it's done. Hit accept. Now let's do some repeatability test, and after that set your nozzle to 220 and your bed maximum the reachability of your bed. So let it go to the temperature, wait, and when it's doing the temperature test, it's raising. So it showed you some again paper test on the screen. Now it's again shows you for a paper test. Do it. You need to do it many times. Do the test and hit accept again. Now wait for a second. Now it's ask you again for a paper test. Now do the test again. It's okay. Then hit accept again. Now wait for more. Okay, when it's all done and you complete all the test again and it's accepted there, so it showed you this. So now you need to save a config file. Save the config. After that, next step, read it, and you are all done. Your Eddy will be now give you a beautiful first layer across a wide temperature range. So this is the done, I think. So this is extra information: Z offset, bed mesh, calibration, perimeters, scan height, all the rapid scan, continuous scan. So all frequently asked question. So all done. So if you have any issues, you can read it here according what error you facing. Make sure what command you copy and paste there, it's in a single line. Every time when I'm homing it, it's give me a Z value. So I think that is beta, but it's working. So my Addy like above from I need about a 2 millimeter. So it's homing and give me a Z offset value. So and it asks you for a save it or not. So that is up to you. You can save it or not. Every time when you do a Z tilt, it should be a homed again. Otherwise, it gives some Y step skipping something in the Cartesian style printer. So make sure when you do a Z tilt, home it. Now I'm going to try what it gives the stuff when I doing this bed mesh calibration. Okay, so it's giving me some error on this bed mesh. Don't know why. Error during homing probe, eddy current sensor error. So I think it's not doing here. You need to be like a change some macros there, or if you are doing that doing with that command, it's okay. Do the manual again and copy this command. Let's see. This command rapidly scan. Done. So it's giving me this value. It's similar to the this 9x9. I think it's need to be a add a some kind of a macro here to, so it's working with this calibration button. For the time, if you are like not able to use this command by chance or something, maybe something error or it's doing a z hopping stuff like that, so there is a two command is there for a scanning purpose. So like a bed mesh scan, it's maybe a normal method, and somehow they show a second command here for a rapid scan method. The two command is there. So in that case you need to create a macro for it. For the timing you can create a two macros there. So one is like a normal scan mode, one is a rapid scan mode. So put a name according what you want to call it. So macros there, and then you can use that without any issue. I create a macro and buttons showed in the macro section. So when I click the macro, so it's start working. So it's complete. Now you can save the calibration. Okay, here's your macro. Oh, sorry, bed mesh. So this is the normal method, and the rapid mode is also there. Second is a rapid scan macro. It's rapidly scan. It's done. Showed you. So it's like similar. So it's rapid scan take some less time, and normally it's take also less time than other probes. Has a two method. So I usually doing a 9 by 9. Let's try the 100 by 100 now. This is the video installation guide for the Eddy USB and all the setup and test. So I'm testing it on the BIQu B1SE Plus. So pretty much this is it. So please like, share and subscribe this video and my channel too, and so stay tuned. I'm making more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.